It's now my privilege to introduce a member of your class who will speak on your behalf. Sarah Marie Hughes is from Norcross, and she is graduating this evening with a degree in international affairs. She is a Richard B. Russell Security Leadership Scholar in UGA's Center for International Trade and Security. She's also a 2013 Blue Key Honor Society inductee and a Public Service and Outreach Student Scholar in the Carl Vinson Institute of Government. Sarah has been active and involved during her years at UGA. She is currently Executive Director of Designated Dawgs and previously served as the group's Vice President for Communications, Director of Marketing and Events, and Director of Outreach. She's also been involved with the Student Government Association and Alternative Spring Break. Earlier this semester, Sarah worked as a production intern with NBC's coverage of the 2014 Winter Olympics. A little closer to home, she's also been a student research assistant at the Richard B. Russell Special Collections Library. In her application to be the student speaker at Commencement, Sarah said, "Speaking at graduation is a significant way to say goodbye and to thank the institution and the people who have made my time here so special." In recommending Sarah, her nominating sponsor said Sarah is a person of integrity, a strong leader, a scholar, and a responsible citizen. She reflects the strong spirit of achievement and commitment that I believe characterizes this graduating class. Please welcome an outstanding member of your class, Sarah Hughes.
Good evening, parents, families, friends, faculty, and staff. On behalf of the class of 2014, thank you for getting us here, and thank you for being here to support us tonight. We couldn't have done it without you, and I hope that my classmates will join me in a round of applause for your tireless efforts throughout our time at the University of Georgia. And good evening, class of 2014. When I graduated high school, my friends and family were ecstatic for me. People I didn't even know were thrilled about my going to college. Everyone said it would be the best 4 or 5 or 6 years of my life. And I have to say that they were right. These have been the most wonderful years of my life. But they've also been the most demanding, stressful, and difficult years I've ever experienced. Everyone could have been clearer about how difficult it would be to choose a major, how unpredictable life would be when I left home, how terrible it would be to cook for myself after freshman year. We were misled, weren't we? And now it is our college graduation day, and I'm sure many of you, like me, have experienced an entirely different reaction from your supporters than you did in high school. Yes, everyone says congratulations, but they don't seem quite as thrilled for us. They ask if we are ready for the real world. They ask, what are you going to do now? Because now, the years that were supposed to be our best are behind us. They pity us. And I have to say, I feel that we are being misled again. I've been thinking a lot about this concept of the real world. What's the difference between that world and this one? Yes, we are moving on to jobs and more specialized educations, but those are merely circumstances. Many seem to think that the real world will change who we are, but perhaps we should consider a different possibility. Maybe who we are can change the real world. We came to the University of Georgia for a variety of reasons: to learn new things, invest in our passions, to find ourselves. If all of that's going to disappear with the so-called real world, then why did we come to college in the first place? Here we have come to know the value of hard work, to appreciate one another for our differences, and to believe in our ability to succeed on our own. The world shouldn't be able to take these things from us, and tonight we can decide that it won't. Right now, our lives are not about what will happen. They're about what could happen. And when we view the world through the lens of what we could accomplish, the possibilities are endless. We may not know exactly where our lives will take us, but we can feel optimistic about the future because UGA has prepared us. Maybe we didn't take all the right classes or join all the right clubs, but we made mistakes and we learned from them. We found the things we enjoy and we invested in them. We worked harder than we have ever worked, and tonight we receive our reward. We have gained everything we need to move forward, and with that in mind, we should always see a world where our potential is endless. I refuse to believe that the people we have become will disappear after we leave here tonight. I refuse to believe that the lessons we've learned and the passions we've cultivated won't come with us into the world, because I've seen us all grow in ways I couldn't have imagined 4 years ago. I've seen you become curious about the world around you and determined to make it better. I've seen you stand up after your failures and serve others to combat injustice. Here we have learned to have hope for the things we will become, to be ambitious about the things we can change, and what it means to be part of a community. The world shouldn't be able to take that from us, and we are going to bring them with us when we leave. You may already know that commencement means beginning, but I'm not going to say that today is the beginning of the rest of our lives. I'm not going to say that because we're not starting over, we're not changing. Today represents a continuation of our hopes and dreams, of our opportunities and possibilities. Today, we introduce the people we have become to the world that will try to contain us. Today, we begin to create the world we want to live in. Today, we are graduates of the University of Georgia, and it's not the class of 2014 that isn't ready for the real world. It's the real world that isn't ready for us. The future is ours, and now we are coming to claim it. Fellow graduates, our best years are not in the past. They are right in front of us. It has been my honor and privilege to share the University of Georgia with you all. Congratulations, good luck, and go Dogs.